My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. 2025 is finally here. Is this the year we get the long-awaited Grand Theft Auto 6? Will Silksong ever release? Will Avowed live up to the hype? Who knows? But we're about to spend the next hour talking about our most anticipated games of 2025. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he can't wait for the release of Dave the Diver, and he's pretty sure Redfall probably won't win Game of the Year this time. Maybe. It's Ryan.
Oh, come on. The Redfall, I was new, man. I was like, okay, that's a pretty good trailer. Like, I'm into it. And you guys are like, oh, gosh, who's this guy?
I thought Redfall looked pretty good at first, Ryan, and then I went, oh, no.
I will say you also just cost us another year for the game that should not be named.
You mentioned that earlier, by the way.
Yeah.
So you typed it out, which is even worse. And joining us...
What?
He's that beloved old game you boot up from time to time, but you can't quite remember where you left off or what any of the buttons do. It's Paul!
It's me! I'm here for another episode. And by the way, Josh, you should know by now, Silksong does not exist. It's not a real game.
The real question in this episode is going to be, is somebody going to wind up with Silksong?
Silksong, $1, please.
Oh my goodness. It's like, it doesn't work for other people, but maybe it'll work for us. We are here. It's 2025, gentlemen. Paul, thank you for joining us for this episode. We had to call in a favor. You owed us a couple. And you said, I'm a man of my word. I'll show up for this. Really, you just did it for the listeners because you didn't want to subject them to just me and Ryan doing this.
It's also very hard to do a two-person draft. It definitely helps to have that third person. And I love the format of this episode. This is one of my favorite things. I had to come back and do it. I'm so excited. It's a great way to break down the upcoming year, but to also throw in like that extra twist and to have some fun with it.
Yeah. We're going to explain. Actually, I'm going to have you explain the rules here in just a second to everybody, Paul. But first, a touch of housekeeping. By the way, we do have a lot of reviews, but this episode is going to be a long episode anyway. So we are holding those reviews. But for everybody that has left us a review and is waiting for your review to be read on the show, hang in there. We'll get to those, I promise. But we're going to focus on the upcoming games in 2025 on this one. But we do have a new supporter to thank by the name of FitNerdJohn, who signed up for legendary status.
Legend!
FitNerdJohn has been a fan of the show. Actually, really, really awesome dude. We've been chatting in DMs a good bit, and then he just joined our Discord server this morning. And then lo and behold, 5 minutes later, baby, just legendary. So we see you. We appreciate you, FitNerdJohn. Thank you, man.
John's a really, really good dude.
Yeah.
Awesome. He is. Yep. So, all right, Paul, I'm going to throw it to you because we're going to be talking about the most anticipated games of 2025, but just mentioning them would be too boring. Yeah. That's not our style. We've got to turn it into a game. We got to turn it into a competition. We need to see who's going to be crowned the king of choosing games for a year. So, Paul, why don't you explain what this episode is and kind of how we go about it?
Okay, so we did this for the first time for 2024, and I hope, whether I'm included or not, that this continues every year here on out. The way that we do this is we all have a fictional $200 budget, and we are going to be doing an auction draft. If you've played fantasy football, you're probably somewhat aware of it. Basically, the way it works is one of the three of us nominate a game that is set for release in 2025. And then basically auction style, we can outbid each other. We keep going until gone. You just got that game at that price point. All three of us have to draft a total of 8 games. So for you math nerds out there like me, that's an average of $25 a game. There's a lot of strategy here. Like, do you put a lot of money into the highest anticipated and throw out a couple of $1 lottery tickets? Or do you kind of spread all your money out and kind of go for like a whole bunch of B minuses? It's a lot of fun. It makes us look really stupid at the end of every year. Some of us more than others. I'm sure this is going to get brought up. I got crushed in our 2024 draft, and multiple people thought that I had won it at the time.
Yeah.
And within a couple months, we all agreed that I did by far the worst. Almost all of my games got delayed, but it's going to be an absolute blast. We get a chance to compete, but to also talk about these upcoming games and how much are we willing to pay. You know, last year, I think our highest priced games went in the $67, $68 range.
$69 for Black Myth Wukong.
There you go. I'm very curious to see if we end up having a new all-time record this year.
Yeah, so I'll tell you what, let's just go back. Let's rewind a year. Hey, and we're back in 2024. And I'm just going to read the list. These are the games when we did this episode in 2024 that we each wound up with. And I'll give you the prices because the price that we bid on a game kind of is a good indicator of our hype meter for that game as well. So these really big games are going to command a lot of money for you to get them on your list. And that's a good sign of how hyped you might be about it. So for last year, we'll start with Ryan. Ryan landed with X Defiant at $22. Dragon Age Veilguard at $25, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 at $50, Ryan's highest priced game, Star Wars Outlaws at $47, Rise of the Ronin at $22, Hades 2 at $17, Homeworld 3 at $5, and Stalker 2 at $12.
Oh my gosh.
That was a steal, by the way.
That was a steal. And one question, did any of my games not release?
It is shocking that all of your games are released because you took Dragon Age when it had a different name, not even a release year, and you threw out a whole bunch of money for it. And yeah, all 8 of your games, Ryan. Congratulations,
Ryan. Ryan's already getting competitive. Ryan, what's the best game on your list?
From then?
Yeah.
Oh, Stalker 2.
Stalker 2?
Yeah.
I agree. I think
for
that's
$12
Star Wars
or whatever.
Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws was really
close.
good too, but I paid a lot of money for that. But Stalker 2 at like $12 or whatever it was, that was a steal. That was like such a good deal. But yeah, man, what a list! I'll tell you what.
All right, well let's go to Paul's list.
Oh no! Oh no!
Here we go. Paul, you have quite possibly one of the best games to release last year, and that is Shadow of the Erdtree at $59.
Yes.
Then you started to gamble a little bit with some of these games that we thought were going to release in 2024, and then they didn't. So you went with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater at $20, Avowed at $50, Kingmakers at $10, No Rest for the Wicked at $17, Arc 2 at $11, Where Winds Meet at $15, and Silent Hill 2 Remake at $18.
5 of those got pushed.
5 of those games never came out.
And they had set releases. That's what makes me so mad.
This was not like a swinging for the fences kind of strategy. This was like, we thought these games were releasing, man.
Poor
and then
Paul.
they just didn't.
That's just Paul's luck, man.
So mad.
Yeah,
the only one that I was pretty sure would not release was Arc 2. And we said it at the time. It's like, I'm just going to throw it out there. They say it's releasing end of 2024. That one did not surprise me. I'm still shocked that Snake Eater, Avowed, both got pushed. Those both would have really helped me a lot.
Yeah. All right. And then my list, Dragon's Dogma 2 at $68, Black Myth Wukong at $69. Boy, I spent a lot very early. The Wolf Among Us 2 at $7, didn't release. Stellar Blade at $10. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle at $5, man.
What a value.
That might wind up being the steal of my draft. Sandland at $7. That game did not pan out to what I was hoping it was going to be. Space Marine 2 at $20. That was a value.
Yeah.
And then I took the swing on Hollow Knight Silk Song at $14, which you know,
said it
let's be honest,
again.
is never coming out. We all know
can't
that.
say it.
So before we get into this, who won? Ryan's raising his hand.
My games
great
all
audio,
came
Ryan.
out.
It's Josh. It's definitely Josh.
It's me.
Josh crushed it. Josh has Black Myth Wukong, which I thought was the best game of last year. Space Marine 2, we said at the time, very well could be the steal of the draft. Dragon's Dogma 2, I know Ryan hated it. It's a very good game.
Yep.
And Indiana Jones kind of came out of nowhere. And I mean, I know people knew it was going to come out, but people were shocked at how well received it was. You've got like 4 killer games
also,
in there,
how
plus
dare
Stellar
you guys
Blade.
continue to diss Stellar Blade. Yeah, I was going to say, somebody better mention Stellar Blade. That I don't know because I haven't played it, but it looks like a great game. So.
Fine, whatever. I'll concede.
This is what I love because I know that we are all so hyped for this episode and to talk about these games coming out in 2025. And I cannot wait until the end of the year when we get to come back to this episode because we will, believe me, we will absolutely come back to this when we kind of do our game of the year and end of the year episode. There are going to be games that we have no idea are coming out. Astrobot, famously in 2024, we did not know about when we did this draft. So there's going to be all sorts of releases that are going to surprise us. There's going to be games that get delayed. I know there's a game on this list that, maybe it's coming out this year. Maybe it's coming out next year, but whoever gets it is taking a huge gamble on that one. But yeah, let's get into it, boys. So I do want to touch on one other thing. Did your results from the last time we did this affect your strategy moving into this one? Like Paul took a lot of these games that all got delayed and didn't make it. If 2 more of those games came out, I think Paul wins this hands down.
Oh, for sure.
And so it's like, did your strategy change from last time?
It changed my strategy in that I really prepared last year. I did 0 preparation this time.
Nice.
I did absolutely nothing other than helping. I think all 3 of us contributed to the list of upcoming releases along with dates, if there were any. I helped create the list, and that is it. I have done nothing else to prep. It doesn't matter. This is very random. I did think about coming in and only drafting Q1 games just to ensure that they all release.
Oh my goodness.
But I'm not going to do it. I'm still going to shoot for the fences. I'm still going for just the most anticipated. And if they come out this year, great. If not, I'd rather go down with the ship drafting my GTA 6s or whatever and have it go down that way than try to play it safe.
Yeah, I will say that I think for me, and this is something for the listeners too, when it's your turn to nominate a game, you have to nominate the game and you have to throw out the starting bid. So if you nominate a game that nobody else wants, you're stuck with that at that point. Yep. So there is some danger and some strategy in how we go about nominating these. Now, a few rules for everybody that's listening. We have to draft 8 games each. Okay, so by the end of the draft, you must have 8 games. You have a budget of $200. And we are not going to count games that have been in early access that might be releasing this year. Like an example would be like Enshrouded, right? That's a pretty popular game. It's been in EA for all of last year. It's finally releasing in the 1.0 this year, but it's kind of like the game's been available in 90% of its iteration already. And so we're not going to count a game like that. Now, if a game is releasing in early access in 2025, I'll just throw a name out there, like Subnautica 2, for instance. That game would qualify because you can say, hey, I'm super excited for this game. I'm really anticipating it. I understand it's an early release, but it's at least releasing in 2025, so it does qualify at that point. So those are the rules. When it's your turn, you nominate the game, you throw out your opening bid. We'll take turns bidding it up if we want. We each end this draft with 8 games, and then We'll actually talk about who we think won the draft, and then we'll come back to it later on.
I love it.
All right, you guys ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Oh, let's do it. All right, Paul, you're the guest of honor.
Oh no, I get to nominate?
It's only fitting that you start us off, Paul.
So the question is, do I nominate something I want, or do I try to start draining your guys' funds? That's a little bit of this game too.
Guy. I thought you didn't prepare.
I didn't. All right, I'm going to throw out a game that is set for release in February. This is one that we've talked about on the show a lot. I'm going to toss out Assassin's Creed Shadows. Shout out to Ace. You know he's anticipating it. I know people love to hate on Ubisoft, but I'm kind of... I think this is a good litmus test. Like, where's this one going to go? I'm going to just start out the bidding at $5.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, Paul, you mentioned it. We trash Ubisoft a lot. Ubisoft is really under the gun. There's a lot of conversation about hostile takeovers, them trying to sell. I mean, Ubisoft lost its way, and it's having a very hard time finding its way back. Assassin's Creed Shadows, one of the more anticipated games. I just don't know that I have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can't let you have a game of that magnitude for $5, Paul. So I am going to bid $10.
Ryan, you like Assassin's Creed in general, right?
Ryan
Has it been a while?
Assassin's Creed. Oh, he loves
$15.
$18.
I'm out.
$20.
20 for Ryan. I'll say 21.
Oh, we're at the dollar bids.
Yeah, we're slowing
It's
down.
Assassin's Creed.
That where I know.
The name alone. The name alone is, dude.
21 going once.
I'm out.
All right. So I won it for $21.
$21.
That's
I'll
ridiculous.
take it. I'll take it.
That's
you got out at 15.
Okay.
What do you mean?
All right. I was just trying to get you invested in this.
All
right?
I was trying to do was build up Paul's money. So I was
Okay.
trying to leech his funds.
We can't turn this into a 3-hour episode, but are you guys hyped for Assassin's Creed Shadows?
A little bit. Who doesn't love feudal Japan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm up for
feudal
it.
Japan. I love feudal Japan. Here's the problem for me. I have zero faith in Ubisoft at this point.
That's
legitimately
the thing.
zero. And so it's weird because in theory, like I should be excited about this game, but there's a part of me that's going to go, this is just going to be mid. Like I can't fathom Ubisoft somehow just rediscovering themselves and making a game that's going to blow the world away.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's my fear with Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Zero chance Game of the Year nominee. But
Yeah.
if it's just a solid middle run.
Probably a lot of fun.
If it's a middle of the road Assassin's Creed, 21's totally fair. I think that's a fair price.
$21 could be a phenomenal steal on that one. So, all right. Assassin's Creed Shadows goes to Paul. Oh, you could. You're updating it, Paul. I was going to say, look at Paul keeping this spreadsheet.
Are you kidding me?
going
Come
for us.
on. Of course he's gonna.
I know. I was going to try to be a good host here and update it. But all right, sweet. Okay, Ryan, you're up, buddy.
Oh, all right. So it's all on me here. I'm gonna go with one that Paul picked last year.
Ooh.
And we'll see if it maybe releases this year. I for sure hope so, because I am glutton for punishment and I love the series. I'm going to go with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, and I'm going to start the bidding at $15.
It's
right.
coming out this year.
Yeah.
It got
has to.
delayed. It's going to come out this year. I'll bid 18 on this one.
Last year it went for 20. I think it's at least worth that. I'm going to say 21.
25.
28.
33.
34.
Oh, here we go. You're just trying to run me up now.
It is a remake. That has me tempered a little bit, but this game is going to be beloved. I think everyone who did not get a chance to play it, like Josh, is going to think it's so phenomenal. This is like guaranteed 90 plus on Metacritic, I think.
I'm out. I'll just tell, I don't know enough about the game to be as excited. Like I am excited for it, but I just don't know enough about the original to have that steer me. I've seen some footage. It looks fantastic. The graphics look, next gen. The gameplay looks really good. They delayed it because they even said, "Hey, we want to actually make this game even better than it already is," which gives me some hope in it as well. But I just don't know enough to bid this up with you guys.
So what were you at, Paul? 34?
34.
37.
I'll let you take it at 37.
All right.
Ryan's never looked more disappointed to win a game.
What's your worry, Ryan?
What's the concern here, Ryan? Was it you didn't want to go over 35?
Would you have given it to me at 35?
Probably. That's only $2. That's 1% of your budget.
That could be my last two games once I spend $100 million on Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, that is true. Ryan, you're Mr. Metal Gear Solid. This belongs in your list anyway.
Yeah, I'm glad it's in my list this year when it will actually release.
Yeah, fair enough. You're worried about your $2.
Man.
Last year I wasted 20, so there
I
you
was
go.
gonna say Ryan he was so sad over $2. Like, I'm like, dude, you just won the game you won, and his face just told a different story. All right, boys. You know what? There's no beating around the bush, man. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Oh boy.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Here it is.
$45.
$65.
$100.
$100.
Yes.
If someone
there is a very real chance that this game does not release in 2025.
There's no way. A whole nother year?
Yes,
Come on.
there's a very good chance that it could.
Come on.
There's
Red Dead got pushed back a lot.
Rockstar has a good, long-standing trend of releasing games every couple years. Come on.
Yeah.
Now, Ryan, just for the sake of integrity of the show, do you want to lower your bid a little bit?
No, 100's fair.
The fear that it's not coming out in 2025.
$100.
If it comes out, you win.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my goodness.
If there was a genie that told us it's 100% guaranteed to come out this year, I would go as high as $125. I mean, GTA 4 was the greatest game I had ever played up to that point. GTA 5 was the greatest game I'd ever played up to that point.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2, greatest game I had ever played up to that point. Like, I have so much confidence in GTA 6, and yet at the same time, I am just very fearful that it could get delayed. I was prepared to go up to 100, but now that it's already there, I think I would bow out at that point. I can't go over 100. This is either a complete waste of $100 or Ryan won the draft. There's no middle ground.
This is what I was talking about.
Bring it on, baby. Come on.
At the beginning. Because it's like you said, if this game releases, it's probably game of the year. I mean, I can't see it not being, unless it somehow is disappointing, which I don't see happening either. So it's just taking that gamble. And I'll be honest, I don't think it's going to release. I think they're going to push it back to 2026, like first half of 2026, man.
I believe all of their other flagship games got delayed at least a year after the initial dates were announced. So there's a little bit of a track record working against you, Ryan, but $100? Like, compare that to Dragon's Dogma 2 from last year. That's paying for like 1 1/3 Dragon's Dogmas. That's so well worth it.
Oh, man. Dang it.
Paul's out. What are you doing, Josh? Come on, buddy.
There's so many good games, man. I'm not doing $100. I think if it comes out, it's worth it. But again, I don't think it's coming out, man.
That's what we do. When you want it, you get it. I want it.
That's true.
It's the beauty of the auction,
but
right?
Also, you're going to be like, oh, there goes my whole draft. It got delayed.
Oh, I want that. But
all right, awesome. Well, that's our first round. We are coming back around, but we're going to take a quick break before we do that. All right, we're back. Paul, it's back to you, buddy. We got the big one out of the way. Now I'm curious to see where this goes.
Remember last year when Ryan was really bummed he couldn't bid any money on like No Rest for the Wicked because he won the first 5 games? Yeah, that's exactly what Ryan's doing again.
No,
I think it's
I don't
so
just
funny.
spend recklessly. What are you talking about?
Ryan, you have $57 to play with.
The whole rest of his list, he's just going to get outbid on anything decent, and then he's just going to wind up with like these rando games, just hoping that they're okay.
Yeah. Oh man, I get to nominate again. Let's see. I am going to throw out Ghost of Yote.
Oh, another big one.
All right, so Ghost of Tsushima follow-up.
One that
supposed
you played
to release
recently.
Which I played.
Yes.
Fantastic. Loved it. Can't wait for the follow-up. I am not too sure what to do with this game. I'm just throwing it out initially at 10. I know it's going to go higher than that. But how do you guys feel about the prospects of it releasing? Because this is one on the very short list of must-plays if it does come out next year.
I mean, it's scheduled to come out in 2025. Like, they don't have a hard date on this one yet. But they're saying, hey, 2025 release date on this. You said 15, Paul?
I think I said 10, but yeah.
10.
Either way, I know it's
10?
going higher.
Okay, I'm gonna go 20.
Oh man, I'm gonna be so poor. Ghost of Tsushima came out in July of 2020. So it's been a few years. They've had some time to work on this. I'm gonna go 25.
I'm gonna go 30.
32.
35.
Dang, Paul.
I'm gonna get a bunch of dollar games at the end.
There's so many good games, man.
There's a lot of good games.
You said 35?
35.
36.
I'm a little worried about it not releasing. That's the only thing. If it was coming out, I'd go up to 60, 65. Would you say 35?
36.
36. 38.
You can have it.
All right. I'll take it for 38. I like
There's
I like
so
that
many
price.
games I want that I feel very confident are going to come out in 2025, and I really have this list of games in my head that I want to build.
Is this a little bit of recency bias because I literally just played Ghost of Tsushima?
I mean,
maybe.
I was going to ask you if having just recently played that, if it got you super hyped for Ghost of Yotei.
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
At an average of $25 a game, I feel like throwing out 38 for this. I think that'll be a steal if it comes out.
If I didn't just pay $100 for Grand Theft Auto, I would have.
Ryan tried to bid 25, right?
Yeah.
Did you say 25? Ryan, you'd be so broke.
I don't care. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be so good.
All right. Well, Ryan, you get to nominate a game, buddy. So what's what are you gonna do with your few pennies you got left?
With my pennies,
I bet it's not a big opening bid, that's for sure.
$1. No, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna do the altars. At
I
10.
knew this was coming.
Ooh. What are you bidding, Ryan?
Altars at 10.
15.
25.
30.
35.
Oh my gosh.
40.
42.
This is one of the ones where I'm not sure the community is going to love it, but the three of us are so hyped for this game.
I know.
I think 42 is a great price, but I'm going to bow out.
I'm happy at $42.
Ryan, you can go up to 57. Actually, 58. 58 is your max.
Wait, can you really?
Yeah,
you do have dollars reserved for each
57
one.
extra plus the $1.
I bet you're shaking
Right.
in your
Gotcha.
boots right now, brother.
No,
Push him, Ryan.
No, because he'll give it to me. And
I
then I'll be
will,
like,
then
dang
he'll
it.
be-
I know
then Ryan will
Josh.
have nothing.
Josh will do it. I know him too. He'll be like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to give it to him. He can have it.
42?
Yeah, 42.
Sweet. Oh, I wanted the altars, man. Dude, okay. Has there been a game where the demo just absolutely blew people away and then the game released and everybody was like, this is garbage?
No, that's super rare.
Like that's the thing, right? Like we played the demo for the altars. All three of us instantaneously were like, whoa, this game is phenomenal. But there's that chance that it's like, it was just the demo that was awesome. Like, what if the rest of the game is terrible? But it's like, I can't think of an instance when that happened.
No.
You know?
No.
So if it's like, if the rest of the game is as good as the demo, $42 is a steal for that game.
This is
And
the
it's
kind of
coming
pick
out in
that
2025.
this is the kind of pick that might look bad initially in the community, but in hindsight, I don't see this game being lower than like a B+ rating. It's going to be great.
Yeah, especially with the base they already have there. And it just reminds me of, you talk about the demos and stuff. That reminds me of the original Metal Gear on the little PlayStation disc that I played. And I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest game ever. And then I played the game and you see what Metal Gear did. And so it's kind of along those lines where this demo did something to all three of us, for all of us to all say the same thing. Like, oh, we're ready for this game. It's got to be good.
I think that they know that they were onto something with the reception to the demo. And I think that's why they delayed it, because I think they went, whoa, people really seem to like this. We better take some extra time and make it as good as we possibly can, because I think there was a resounding positive response to that demo. And I think they saw that and went, okay, we're onto something here. Let's make sure we land this plane. So that's my hope anyway. All right, Ryan, you nominated that one, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm just going to do it because I don't think either one of you care one whit about this game. Claire Obscura Expedition 33. If this doesn't look like a next-gen Final Fantasy game with over-the-top combat camera angles, flashiness, the production value on this game looks like it is through the roof. And I know both of you could care less because you both hate turn-based combat. And this game does not look like it's up your alley. So I'm very curious how you guys are going to respond to this. But I'll start the bidding off at $10.
I feel like there's 14 games on this list that kind of look like Clair Obscura.
Dude, nothing looks like Clair Obscura.
How much did you bid? 10?
$10.
15.
Didn't you just say $14? No?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
No, I said 10.
Oh.
He said 10.
I said I'll start the
Okay.
bidding off at 10.
All right. I don't know what the heck my brain was doing. Yeah, no, I'm out.
So 15, Paul?
We're going to hear that a lot from Ryan. Yeah, 15.
16.
All right, you can take it.
$16, you suckers! This game is going to be fantastic.
Whatever.
If it releases.
Yeah.
Oh, it's releasing this year.
All right, $16. Clair Obscura. There you go, Josh.
I'm so happy I got that for under $25.
Fair enough. Coming back around to
All
me.
right, Paul. Back to you, buddy.
All right. Boy, there's a couple of lottery tickets that I'm really hoping to grab for like $1 or $2 at the end, so I'm going to avoid those for now. Let's oh man. I'm going to throw out Midnight Murder Club.
Dude, I saw this game. Okay, you put this on our list.
I did.
I went, what on earth is Midnight Murder Club? And so
Yeah.
I had to go look it up. It's kind of like a betrayal game almost, like Among Us.
Oh,
But, like,
it's more like lethal.
detective-y-
It's more like Lethal Company with PvP. I think is more
Is that
the
what
vibe.
it is?
Yes. So if you guys haven't seen much about this, I think this is one of those games that very well could catch fire if you have the right people playing it. It has proximity chat, just like Lethal Company.
Yeah.
You've got a flashlight, you've got a revolver, you are running around in the dark, and you vote on different game modes, and then you're trying to like win the match. So the idea of getting into these multiplayer matches with 6 people where you're going to have hysterical proximity chat, sometimes like pairing off into groups and working together against the other parties. I could see this one being an awful lot of fun. It's one that I know is not going to go for a lot of money here, but I could really see this one catching fire, sort of like Pal World, Lethal Company, those kinds of games. I'm throwing it out for $1, but this one also does come out soon because it's set for a February release, which also makes it a little bit more appealing to me.
These social kind of betrayal type games,
Yeah.
if they catch fire, dude, they take over the world for like 2 months and then they just disappear. At that point, I think this game has potential to do that because, like I said, the gameplay footage I watched looked very interesting.
It's a lot of laughing.
There was just people laughing, shooting each other. Some guy was hiding behind a piano, and the guy shot up the piano, and it was making the sounds where it was like boing, boing. I just don't know if I want this choking up my list of games, man. But for $1, I don't think I can give this to you for $1 either, Paul.
Don't do
Ryan,
it.
There's a lot of games on this list.
Put it on me.
Thrifty.
What are you going to do?
No, I'm just asking.
Are you gonna bid?
You could get it super cheap.
This
Ryan.
is a Ryan game. I think out of the 3 of us, he would probably like it the most. And I hope that we get a chance to play it. I think it looks fantastic, personally.
$3.
I do think it looks. Oh,
$3.
$4.
I'm out. I just wanted somebody to bid it up.
I don't got a lot of money. Josh, are you gonna bid or are you out?
No, I'm out. I just
out?
needed you to throw out something so I can bow out.
Ryan?
I mean, it does look pretty sweet. That's so cheap though.
It is so.
But it's
cheap
going to
for
be
a
one of
game that's
those that
probably
like it's going to hit for the people that it hits
Flash in the
for, and
pan.
it's going to $5.
6.
I would have stuck Ryan with that, Paul.
This is great. Great podcast content right here.
You can have it. You can have it for $6.
All right, 6.
Okay,
That's fair.
I mean, hindsight.
Hey, I
man,
got him
like
up
you
from
said,
$1.
This game might
Okay,
blow up.
I got him up from $1.
That's true. You did. You made him spend $5 more. I'm proud of you, Ryan.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, Ryan, what you got?
All right. Let's see.
Got some heavy hitters still.
There is
There's
some
a lot of heavy hitters.
definitely a good bit. Let's go with a game that is near and dear to Josh's heart. We may or may not have talked a lot about this game and loved this game and loved it dearly about what we enjoy and don't enjoy. But I'm going to go with Subnautica 2.
I'm out.
Early access. Well, Paul's out already.
I like Ryan's now questioning his opening bid.
Well, I'm glad he did that because that probably changed my opening bid. But I'm going to start opening bid for Subnautica 2 at $5.
$6.
$8.
You can't let this one go under 20. Come on.
You already said you're out.
I know.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
like
out.
Get out of here,
Subnautica, but
Peanut
most people
Gallery.
do.
Come on.
I'm the
Dude,
weird one there.
Subnautica
People
2?
love Subnautica.
It's multiplayer this time?
Yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
can
I
go
said $9.
$11.
Brian, you can go 20. He'll keep bidding.
$11, Ryan?
Yeah.
Can I come out of the woodwork?
You're not
20.
out just because you say you're out.
Sure.
$20?
20.
I'm out.
Oh, 20's kind of a lot. What do you got to say?
Don't
Are you
let him have
double
it.
guessing now, Josh?
Okay, so
you look like you're
Dang
you're
it,
all of a
maybe
sudden
I
back
am
in.
second guessing myself. Here's the thing: it's multiplayer. Subnautica
Yes.
with a friend it would be amazing, man.
for
It'd be
sure.
a huge
my
improvement.
goodness, dude. But I just don't know how much content there's going to be. Like, yes, I'm super excited about it, but I just don't know what to expect from the release. Is it a 4-hour game and then they're like, oh, well, we'll develop it more over the next 2 years? Or is this like an 80% complete game where they just go, okay, cool. Like, yeah, all these systems work and people are having a lot of fun. And now we just got to polish it 20%. I don't know.
I think it'll be 80% complete. Personally,
Yeah.
that's just my
That's-
guess.
Why I personally don't like early access games. Just release it when it's done. But
Yeah.
that's here nor there. Oh, man. So you're at 20?
20.
And I only have, what, $57 left?
It's such a big name game, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Paul.
All right.
I'm going to give it to
Yeah.
Paul, too.
All
This one
right.
hurts me. This one hurts me, man. Subnautica's my game, guys. That's my game. That's a game I love.
I was
It's like
hoping
when I
you'd bid it
drafted
up.
Elden Ring. Yeah.
I
Spend
just
some
don't
money.
try. That's the thing, dude, is I don't know what to expect. And if there weren't like 8 other games that I want on my list, I would go harder in the paint for Subnautica 2. But I
That's
just
fair.
don't know what it's going to be like at its release. You know, and now Paul only gets 4 more games. That's the other thing. Like he's halfway through his draft already.
Very true.
So, all right, Ryan, you nominated that one?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's go with another big name game. Let's go Borderlands 4
Ooh.
for $15.
$17.
Paul?
I'm just watching for now.
Oh, Paul doesn't want to comment, huh? That's 17, huh? I'll go 18.
Man. I hate this draft.
That's what you get when you spend $100.
I'm so handcuffed, but I'm going to be so
know.
happy when Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
releases and I would just win everything.
I can't wait to hear about the delay and then
So,
just
Paul, are you
the
out then?
18
He
is the
hasn't
current
said.
bid. I didn't want to besmirch it too much, but to me, I don't know if there's a series that has more diminishing returns other than maybe Assassin's Creed, which I also already drafted. But my goodness, with each Borderlands, I like it less and less.
Just
I
keeps getting
mean-
worse.
lesson.
Yeah.
They learned from Tiny Tina's. This is why when they did the release of Borderlands 4 and they announced it to the world, they said, hey, this is the love letter.
Yeah, I was just going to say
To our
the same
Yeah.
thing.
Like Battlefield.
Oh, it's going to be. Borderlands is such a huge name, man.
You can have it. I'm out.
At $18, okay. I didn't actually want Borderlands 4, but for $18, I can't complain, dude.
18's a good price.
Like,
Yeah,
under
that's
$20
fair.
for one of the biggest gaming franchises
That's
like
fair.
out there. Like even if it's mid at $18, fine. I'll
Look
take
at that window, though, Josh. Summer 2025 to early 2026.
It's
I feel
Borderlands.
like if they're already
got all the
floating that,
assets.
yeah, I don't know. I'm a little worried.
All the assets are created. They've got whatever the AI is that generates the guns, man. There's nothing they need. This game will come out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Might be right.
I didn't really want it, guys. I thought one of you was gonna bid it up a little bit more.
We knew what you were up to.
Dang it. All right, Paul. I'm not happy now. I try to pretend to be happy, but I don't think. All right, listen. Borderlands 4, it's not going to be that good, guys. It's going to be just like every other
totally
Borderlands
180.
Two. I tried. 2 was perfection, and then, like you said, Paul, after that, it's all gone downhill, man.
Yeah. It kind of
really
is
hope
what it
so.
is, but
Which
he
is
got
smart
name
for you.
notoriety. People love Borderlands.
I mean, I'll play it. Even if it wasn't on my list, I'm still going to wind up playing it because it's a good time. It's just whether it's going to live up to the predecessor of Borderlands 2 or not.
All right, so for my next nomination here, man, I was kind of hoping to swoop in and grab Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, but I feel like since I only have 4 open slots, I don't want to chance that one. I want to toss out one of the big heavy hitters still. Let's go Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Ooh.
Been on our radars for quite a while.
I will say this game is very high on my hype meter.
It is.
Very high.
Yeah.
My one concern for this game is it going to be too slow paced?
The combat is the worry.
And that's the thing, is I've seen a lot of people say, if you've never played Kingdom Come Deliverance, the combat in that game is super like realistic, where if you swing your sword like 3 times, your guy's fatigued, and then it's like, and so it's very slow, and a lot of people don't get it. Once you get it, apparently it's actually really, really in depth, but a lot of people are kind of put off by the combat because it's very realistic. That's my only concern. I think story-wise, character-wise, graphics, gameplay, all that, it looks phenomenal. What was your starting bid, Paul?
25.
I'm going to go 40.
Whoa.
If this went last year, I think it would have gone somewhere in the 60 range is kind of what I thought. What was your bid? 40?
40.
40, yeah.
I'll say 44.
45.
45. This is the thing. It's like, what am I saving my money for if I don't bid on it? You know what I
There's a lot
mean?
of good games on this list.
But this one's coming out in February. Like, this one is releasing.
It is absolutely releasing.
That gives it a little bit of a premium.
Actually, they moved the release up a week on this one because they didn't want it going up against Avowed.
And they made Kingdom Come Deliverance 1, and now they've basically remade the game that they always wanted to. So it has a lot of love and time and passion. I'll go ahead and say 47.
48.
49.
50.
I'll bow out at 50.
Sweet. This was one game
Ryan?
I absolutely wanted to leave this draft with.
I have $7 to play with here, guys. Hold on.
You got it. You can have it if you want.
No, you can. You already put it in Josh's.
I know it's already in there, but I can move
see
it.
it in the notes right now. You already put in Josh's. All right, yeah, Josh can have it. No, I'm not.
How high would you have gone, Josh?
Probably up to 55.
Yeah.
There's a couple games where I said I want to leave the draft with these games, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen about this game really just looks like this is a top-notch video game experience. The fact that, like you said, Paul, Kingdom Come Deliverance is pretty beloved by a lot of people, and this is like their, I don't want to say like magnum opus, but this is like what they wanted to make originally. And so I feel like it's going to be just top-notch, man. Like the comedy, the trailers, I worry a little bit about the combat, but I guess we'll see.
Yep. If the combat hits, the game will be fantastic for that player.
If I swing a sword 3 times in real life, I'm tired. Why would I want to do that in a video game?
Well,
no, I don't. I personally, I hate stamina bars. It's the worst. Like, I'm trying to escape the world. I'm always tired as it is. Let me just mindlessly swing at everything. I don't want to deal with that.
I haven't played a really good medieval game in. I mean, I can't call The Witcher 3 medieval because that's like a fantasy world, but like this is true medieval life.
Oh, sure.
And so I think that's going to be a very neat representation because I love, like, Ryan, you're a huge fan of like ancient Egypt. I love the Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want to live there, but it's just something that like resonates with my brain. And so it's like this game for me is very high up on that list. I really hope it's worth the $50 price tag. So, all right. So just to recap, Ryan, you're at $57 left, okay? Because we have to reserve $1 for each of your slots.
Yes.
You have Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, and Grand Theft Auto 6. I have $70 left. I have The Alters, Clair Obscura, Expedition 33, Borderlands 4, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'm pretty darn happy with my list. And Paul, you have $111 left.
Yeah.
You have Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ghost of Yotei, Midnight Murder Club, and Subnautica 2. How are you feeling about your list, Paul?
I love my list.
Ghost of Yotei at 38. Dude, that's killer.
Yotei at 38, I love.
That's a steal, I think.
Subnautica, I'm not the biggest fan, but at $20, that is such a great price. I am more than happy with it. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, that was you that nominated that, right, Paul?
Yeah, so it's Ryan's turn.
Okay, Ryan? Mr. Moneybags?
Alrighty, Mr. Moneybags here.
I love that anything Ryan nominates is going to come out at like $3 because he's not going to be like $25.
Well, let's see how much money you guys have after this. Let's go for a big boy. We're going to do Avowed.
Oh, there it is.
Opening bid, $20 dineros.
$20 for Avowed.
$20.
This went last year for $50, I believe.
$20 make you holla.
Yeah, it did go. And it's probably releasing this year, right?
It's definitely releasing. Do you guys feel better or worse about Avowed now, like 9 months later?
I'm not telling you, Paul. Nice try, buddy.
All right, 30.
40.
45.
50.
I am out.
No.
Oh boy. I'm scared, Ryan. Come in, Ryan.
I'm out.
Are you sure? I think he might let you take it.
Oh, he said he's out. He's out. I got it.
out?
This is the other. This was my number one game. I wasn't gonna bid on Grand Theft Auto 6 because I didn't believe it's coming out. But Avowed,
Paul, I was counting on you. I was counting on you,
game.
Paul, to drive him up.
Okay.
I
may only have $21 left, but I got 5 banger games on my list now.
I was watching more gameplay of Avowed, and like as time goes on, I feel less and less confident about it.
Really?
A little bit. Yeah, just a little.
So my answer to your question was I actually feel more confident because they did the the preview where they let a lot of like YouTubers come and play Avowed for like 10 hours or something like that. And universally, everybody came away going, this game is great. Like this game is going to be so good. I think that it's like 25, 30 hour story. So they're keeping it tight. I am super hyped, and I've gotten more hyped just from the positive response and the improvements that they've made to like combat and stuff too.
Okay.
We shall see.
I hope
The
you're
only
right.
thing that worries me about Avowed is it's set in, is it Aora? What's the game from the Pathfinder, Wrath of Kingmaker
yeah,
series?
it starts with EO. Yeah.
Enora, Aora.
Eodar
I don't know
or
anything
something
about
like
that
that.
world. And from playing Kingmaker, was it Kingmaker that we
No,
played?
it's called oh gosh, Pillars of
We had this
Eternity.
problem last time.
Pillars of Eternity. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we flubbed this one on another show too because I couldn't remember it. But I don't know if I care about that like world necessarily, but we'll find out. All right, so let's see, Ryan. That was you nominated that.
Yes.
All right. Let's do one more and then we'll take a quick ad break. Okay. Let's go with, man, I love my list, but I am broke now. I'm poorer than Ryan, man. Oh,
Ryan
boy.
still needs 6 more games.
It's all part of the
6 more
plan.
games. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's go with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, which should be one of the biggest Nintendo releases in a while. And since I'm broke, I'll start the bidding at $5.
We talked about this before. I have never played a Metroid game.
Really?
Yeah.
You're missing out. Metroid is really good.
Metroid's pretty
really
sweet.
good series, dude.
The bid's $5?
$5.
Ryan, come on, dude. You got to start filling out this roster. People
There's
love
a lot.
Metroid.
There's a lot of games I could fill out for
There
$1.
is a lot of games out there. I know. This was a calculated risk because if I win it for dirt cheap, I'm happy. And if I lose it, then that means you guys spent money.
I'll throw out 10.
Oh my goodness. This is like the biggest Nintendo game release of 2025. Like Nintendo games sell like hotcakes, man.
This is true. I feel like you said this last time too on some Nintendo game, like in the last draft.
Well, Nintendo doesn't give release dates very far in advance. So a lot of times, we just have no idea what's coming.
What are you doing, Josh?
I'm out.
You're out at $10?
I only have $20 left.
It was your game.
But you guys bid it up.
I'm out. You can have
this
it, Paul.
is a huge name game. Dude, Metroid Prime 4 for $10 is a crime, dude.
I have
A
others.
crime.
I have others I want.
This is hilarious.
No, that name alone for people that love Nintendo is going to catapult Paul's standings.
All right, I only need 3 more games, guys, and I have $105 between all 3.
I got like 5 games I really want still, and I only have 3 more spots, man. All right, we're going to take a break, and then we're coming back with Paul's next nomination. We'll be back in just a second. All right, maybe that was like 60 seconds, depending on the ads that just got played. But we're back to you, Paul.
Back to me. All right. I am going to nominate one of the bigger recognizable names on the list. I have a feeling maybe Ryan was hoping to wait and get this one on the cheap down the road. I want to throw out Gears of War E-Day.
This might be
Prequel?
the biggest game name on
Gears,
our list
baby.
Still.
Yeah.
I still love Gears of War. I miss it. I want this one.
Dude, I legitimately scoured the internet to see if there was any gameplay footage of this game.
No.
We saw the trailer. We know it's the prequel. There's no gameplay at all. But it's freaking Gears of War, man. There's no chance that Microsoft and that they flub this, right?
Well,
it's
sure.
the return of Gears of War, right?
My bigger worry is that it'll get delayed. The release window is September to October 2025.
Yeah, it's late.
But I'll throw it out for $20.
Dang it. Gears of War. All right, Ryan, where are you at? I'm broke, so you're going to start going before me, Ryan.
I'm broke too. What are you talking about?
You got twice. You got almost 3 times my amount of money, Ryan. You're Mr. Moneybags.
$21.
$25.
21.
Man, I really wanted this one. Real quick,
Gears.
Has there ever been like the original Gears of War game, like the trailer with Gary Jules and Mad World? Like a better trailer to a video game?
Oh, it's so good.
No, this
It's one of the
trailer's so
best
good.
ever.
It's fantastic.
Think about how good the game's going to be, Ryan.
Oh man, dude, quit trying to get me to spend money. You know
What's
I'm
the
easily
Two
excitable.
games. You only have 2 games.
Listen, I got a lot on here that have not been taken that I can use
All
for
right,
$1.
That's a valid.
I have not spent 100 yet.
I know. Paul's just going to clean up these later games.
20.
man.
What are you at? 25?
I think I was at 25,
28.
30.
Dude.
What am I saving my money for? There's only like
It's
3
Gears
things
of
left that I
War.
want.
I know.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's 30,
32.
33.
Paul's going to bid whatever it takes to beat you, Ryan.
Don't try.
I guarantee
I know what
you
you're
can
trying
tell
to
by
do.
how fast he's bidding. He's so
He's
confident.
trying to one
He
up me
knows.
until
No.
I bid one more, and then he's just going to leave me with it, and then I'll have no money. 35.
36.
Oh, you see how he slowed down there, Ryan? See,
Yeah, it's all a
It's
game.
yours.
Yeah.
It's
All
yours.
right, 36.
36. Yeah, it's yours.
Dang. If
Oh.
that game releases this year, I like in my brain, it's an amazing video game. Now, we haven't seen anything about it, but in my brain, I'm just returning to the Gears of War glory, man, with your buddies and the
Oh, yeah.
dunk, dunk, dunk. Yeah. Oh. All right.
I'm
That
feeling
was a
really
good-
good.
I was gonna say I think
Yeah, you were feeling really good last year, though.
I know, it's
Yeah.
true.
Remember that?
I know. I
All
do.
right. So Ryan and Paul are close to each other on money. Ryan at $57 left. Paul at $67 left now. So
Ryan
Paul,
only has 2 games, though.
And I
Yeah,
only need
that's
to buy
true.
2.
Paul only or technically only has space for 2. That could
Yes.
come into play as well.
I might come
All
in
right,
under
Ryan.
budget.
What are you nominating?
Oh, man. Let's go with... I'm going to go with Civ 7.
Okay.
I'm going to do that at $5.
Have you played any of the Civ games, Ryan?
I've played one or two here or there. It's been a long time, but I know they have a very devout,
crack.
like, yeah, they're like, people who love Civ games are like, they love those games.
One more turn,
yeah.
and then it's tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Paul, was it Civ 5 that we got into with Todd for a while?
We
did
played
the deep dive on it.
Yeah, we played a lot of 5, and then we did a deep dive on 6, and we didn't
5
like
might
it
have
as
been the
much.
one I played.
But 5, man, we cracked out on that game. What a fun game.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Good as
5 was
5?
the glory. 5 was the glory of Civ, right? Because 6 was, people said, isn't as good as 5. You should just play 5.
Yeah.
Which is why we actually played 5, but we covered 6.
I'm out.
Time. All right, what's the bid?
$5.
$5, huh?
$5 make
for
you holla.
Civ 7. Yeah, you can have this one, Ryan.
Yeah, I got another game.
It's a huge name. I'm just not a big fan of the series, man.
Oh, I love it.
I don't know. They're not.
That's
going to
be killer. Trust me. Mark my words.
Oh, I
Civ
mean, it
7
probably
for $5.
is for $5.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to go, how on earth did you get Civ 7 for $5? I should have bid it up. Would you have outbid me, Ryan?
Oh, maybe to like 15.
Oh, see, I was just
Yeah.
hoping to push you up to 10, so I
Yeah.
could have done that easy. Dang it. All right. All right, boys. Let's here this is a big name game, dude. If we don't mention this one, there's going to be a revolt from the listeners, so I'll throw it out there. Monster Hunter Wilds.
Ooh.
And I'll start the bidding off at $5 for my broke butt.
I wish I liked this series. I really hate it. I don't like Monster Hunter at all. I started playing, I think it was Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii. My brother-in-law, Jason, got me to buy it. I hated it. I played whichever one you and I did the deep dive
Monster
on,
Hunter
Josh.
World
I
is the
hated
one
it.
We did, yep.
It's just not for me, so I'm out. I get the appeal. It's just not my personal preference.
All right, Ryan.
How much did you say?
$5.
7.
8. Can I push you up past 10 on this one, Ryan?
9.
10.
It's a big name game. People love it.
You can have it.
For $10? Yes!
10 to Josh.
Yeah! I don't want to play this game, but this game's going to look great on my list.
It's a good resume game.
It'll look
Yeah.
good on your list for sure.
I could care less about the game itself. People are going to look at the list and be like, dude, Josh's list, man. Sorry for everybody that loves Monster. I'm with you, Paul. Monster Hunter World, I get the appeal. Like, it's a grand game. Like, oh, man, you're fighting these crazy, fantastic creatures. It's just not my kind of game. Too many systems, too convoluted.
Yep, I'm totally with you.
All right. We're back to you, Paul.
Back to me. Yeah. Looking at this list, I only see a couple of really big games remaining. I feel like we have to throw out Elden Ring Night Rain. This one got recently announced, supposed to come out by the end of 2025. I'm throwing that one out there. I'll start the bidding at $10.
I will bid everything I have at $12.
I will go 13.
Dang it, Paul, you jerk!
Obviously.
He can't even do that because he needs $1 left for the other one.
No, I
I'll
can't
go-
even bid 13.
I'll go $14.
15.
17.
20.
If a game like Elden Ring doesn't go in the $30 range, something is wrong. Something is drastically wrong.
23.
25.
Oh, that's where I was gonna go.
Ryan, it's Elden
20.
Ring. I know you haven't played Elden
Okay,
Ring.
but it's okay. But is it gonna release? And Paul's bidding
Yes.
on it. Paul's bidding on it, so it's probably not gonna release.
That is a good
That's
point.
what we know.
It's releasing in 2025.
What are you at? 25. I'm gonna go 27.
30.
30. Dude, he's trying to round out his team right now.
His list is going to be way too good, Ryan.
Yeah.
You also have to take into account if Paul adds Elden Ring and he only needs one game after this, his list looks insane.
What are you gearing for? What are you trying to get me to spend my money?
I don't want Paul to win.
Oh, yeah, you
need
don't have
another
money.
banger on your list.
That's Josh's problem, not yours, Ryan.
Yeah. What are we at?
30.
What are we at? 30. 33.
35. Ryan, you're out. Come on. This is ridiculous.
Don't buy
38.
his. Yeah, I was
40.
gonna say don't. All right. I'm happy that Elden Ring is at least getting its due now because 40 is still cheap for this game.
42. What do you got left?
Boy, if I let you take this, then I can pretty much pick any 2 games I want. The problem is that this is kind of the one I want. So, how much did you bid?
42.
42.
45.
You can have it.
Oh,
All right.
that is a good pick, Paul. $45 for Elden Ring,
Woo!
Night Rain.
I'm loving this roster.
I know it sounds like a lot of
It's
money.
looking good
but
right
dude,
now.
Paul's list is stupid good looking.
That's
Metroid
what we
Prime
said
for
last
$10 was a crime. I know, but Metroid Prime at $10 was robbery.
That was your fault. You suggested it.
You could have built it up, Ryan.
Don't put it on me.
I can't believe you. How dare you, Ryan?
Whatever. Whose turn is it?
It's yours, Ryan. You need some games.
I do need some games.
The best
I
is
guess
that Josh and I are going to bid $0 on anything you bring up, and you're going to end up way under budget.
Yeah.
that's
He's gonna be like,
probably- That's probably true.
Dude, there's some great games here.
There's a
Splitgate
huge
2.
list of games. Don't Paul.
Oh, no,
Death Stranding 2.
Yeah.
Dune
No,
Awakening.
Yeah, I got all these up here. Yeah, for sure.
What is this, collusion?
Hyper Light Breaker. We know Josh loves that one.
I do love that one. Paul, stop naming games for Ryan.
Fragpunk looks pretty cool.
No.
There's some great ones.
My boy Kojima, I'm going to go with Death Stranding 2. I hope that there's not a ton of work left with it. I'm going to go with $1.
$1?
Yeah.
I do like the first one, and this game is worth so much more than $1,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to bid anything because I
there
only
we
have
go.
one spot left.
What do you
I
got,
have 2
Josh?
spots left.
Josh,
I
you
have
got to
2
throw out
spots
some money.
left. Oh,
Ryan will pay.
Death Stranding 2? $2. It's in the name.
$5.
5?
Is it a game?
It is a game.
It's definitely a walking simulator.
Ryan has too much money and too many slots, man. I only have 2 slots left. That's my problem. And I might want like Hyper Light Breaker because neither one of you is going to bid on that. $5 for you can have it, Ryan.
Sweet.
That's a huge steal. And
Yep.
critics will love it.
Yep. 100%.
Okay.
And it's got
Great
crazy
values.
graphics.
This
Just for
draft
you,
is
bud.
stupid. My list just stopped at 6 games. I can't do nothing else, man. Oh, but it's my turn to nominate one?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. Doom the Dark Ages, boys.
Oh, that's a Josh pick right there.
That's
Yeah.
a Josh pick. Because that game, I mean, it's probably going to be terrible. Who likes Doom? But they're all the same. And I'll start the bidding off at $1.
$5.
Yes.
Ryan.
Go, 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 go.
Paul, you're Mr. Moneybags over there.
No, I'm not.
I mean, compared
Ryan's
to
got
you,
more
you
money than
twice
me.
You got twice my amount of money, man.
It's true. I only have one slot.
You want to lend me some money?
No. You want to buy Subnautica?
$5 going once.
It's $5.
Going twice.
$6.
Oh, come on, Josh.
8.
I have $12, Paul. Why are you egging me on? Help
Push
me
it,
out
Ryan. This
here.
is Doom. Look at
I
Doom
know.
Eternal.
There's a game that Paul wants with his last slot, and he's trying to get me to spend all my money so he can snatch it up.
I'm fine with
telling you
$1.
right now,
You're not taking what I want.
$8. Come on, let's go.
$8. Dang it, you got too much money, Ryan.
Yeah.
$9.
$10.
$11, Ryan.
I want to do it just to keep it, just to get him, but I also don't know if he wants me to do that. I need a lot of games, so I'm gonna do $12. You can't buy it now.
Well, Josh can do 13. That's his highest.
Doesn't
Wait,
he
no, it
only
says I
have
have
12 bucks?
He's got
According-
12, but he's already got $1 set aside for each of the games.
$13.
So 14 and it can be yours, Ryan.
All right, I'll buy it for $14.
Dang it, Ryan.
That's great value, Ryan. That's a
Dang
good
it,
pick.
Ryan. You're not going to play Doom?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're just taking my good name
Dun,
games
dun,
that I
dun,
know,
dun, dun, dun.
and then you're just stealing them, Mr. Amazon.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Great insult.
Taking my good ideas and then just making them your own basic thing.
All right, who's next? Who's next?
All right. It's well, that
Josh.
was me. So we're back to Paul. No, I nominated that.
Oh,
one.
you nominated Doom. That's right.
yep.
That's right. All right. So back to me. I've only got one spot left. There's a couple games here that I really like, but I am going to go for one that we have under our unknown list.
Ooh.
There is no release window. I am just going to take a shot in the dark and guess that it's coming out this year. I am going to throw out Super Mario Odyssey 2 for $1.
For $1?
For $1.
I'm too broke, man.
$5.
How much, Ryan?
If this
5.
game releases, this is a Game of the Year candidate instantly.
$5.
$8.
How much money you got here? 23.
He can go up to 23, and this is his last game. So if he gets this, he's out.
Yeah,
regardless.
he's gonna. What are you at? 8?
8.
10.
11.
He's gonna go up to 23.
15.
16.
he's gonna go up to 23.
I know. Oh,
You can win it, Ryan, if you really want it. You can outbid me. You have more money than I do.
But it's just it's one of those. I guess
Do
it
it,
doesn't
Ryan.
really matter.
That'll make you and I tied cash wise. You got to do it, man. Paul will be out. It'll be down to me and you with the same exact amount of money.
If I bid what, 23?
If you take it for 24.
I don't like how easily influenced I am by Josh.
You got to admit, it's a good scenario,
I
Ryan.
instantly want to do
Do it
this.
for the show, Ryan.
$24. Yeah.
24? All right. By the way, I definitely think this game's coming out this year, and I think that'll be an absolute steal.
I
They're
think-
going to want to
it'll
push
be
it for the
it'll
Switch
be a
too.
Game
Well,
of
and
the
like
Year
you said,
contender.
Nintendo doesn't release stuff without it coming out soon. So, boom, $13.
That
That's
is
all I
a
got.
great pick. It will come
Wait.
out. That's
because
fantastic.
you have the $1 set aside. Dang it, you have $1 more than me now, Ryan.
Yes, I do, brother.
All right. So that goes back now to Ryan.
Yep.
Oh, back to
Paul
me.
is done with the draft.
No.
no, you got. Oh no, Ryan took that one. That's right.
Ryan
Okay.
took it.
That's right. Okay, so Paul's still in it then. Oh,
There's
Paul's Mr.
one
Moneybags now.
last game that I would want on the list. So at least it worked out. If I
The-
couldn't have
the
Mario,
list is dwindling.
yeah. Mario's a steal.
Yeah, I'm super stoked about that. Not
Josh
gonna
really
lie.
wants Arc Raiders is my prediction, and or Hyper Light Breaker if you care, Ryan. If you want to run him out of a few bucks.
Let's go Hyperlight Breaker. $5.
You're breaking my heart, Ryan. Dude.
Come on, it's gonna be good.
You know you want it, Josh.
$5
Is gonna
Risk of
be
Rain
good.
2, it could be even better.
No, it looks better. It looks better. But I'm gonna let Ryan have this one.
$5. Oh, I'll take
The
it.
name recognition is not there. I'm trying to tank the appeal of his list at first glance.
I would have
For the
outbid that
record-
for sure if I had more slots. It's the only reason I'm
Hyper Light
not
Breaker,
pushing it.
I think is going to be a fantastic multiplayer co-op roguelike game. I mean,
Totally agree.
it's going to be a blast, dude. I just don't know that enough people know about it yet for them to look at that and go like, "Oh yeah, way to go, Ryan." All right. That was Ryan, so it's
Yep.
ooh, man. Dude, there's like 4 games out there that I still am very interested in. So I will go Slay the Spire 2 for $1.
I'm out. Can it really be any better than the first? There's 100
Yeah,
Slay
that's
the
the
Spires
Yeah,
out there
it's probably
already,
not. You know what? Dang it, you're right.
but for $1, you can't argue.
$2.
Ryan, you suck. $3.
You can have it.
All right, I'll take it for the
3.
Slay the Spire 2 it's like the biggest name in indie games, man.
Is this going to come down to you two fighting over Silk Song with your last money
How dare
again?
you? How dare you?
Ryan, you should have pushed him another $1 because once again, Josh has $1 more than you at the end.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
All right, it's your Paul, it's your nomination.
My nomination.
Paul sitting over here can outbid Ryan and I handily.
Now, Hollow Knight Silk Song, no release window. No indication it's coming out this year.
It's never coming out.
I am tempted to throw it out just to see what you guys bid for it, but I am going to stay true to myself. There's one last game on this list I want to play more than all of the others. I'm going to throw out Splitgate 2.
Dang it, Paul! Dang it!
And I'm going to go ahead and nominate Splitgate for $11.
Yeah, which gets it for
Yeah,
Paul
you can have it.
instantly, So,
Dude, Splitgate, I don't know that I've had more fun in a shooter
It's so
since
good.
Splitgate came out. I loved it
is
so
good.
much.
And 2 looks, it's going to be even better, man.
Well, my
I'm
team
really
is
jelly you
done.
that one.
And I have
Yeah.
$13 left on the table that I could have spent that I did not.
Paul, lend me some money.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
You already have
Some-
enough, Josh.
All right, well, here it is, man. This is my last slot. It's Ryan's last slot. I have $10 left. Ryan has $9 left. So I can basically just pick the game that I want to pick.
Technically, you have 11 and 10, but
Or
go
11
ahead.
and 10, right.
Yeah.
But I still have one more dollar than Ryan. And
Yes.
so I'm just gonna name some of the games that I'm super interested in. Arc Raiders, Paul, you know me very well. That is
Yep.
very high on my list. Dune Awakening, if it releases in 2025, I think looks insanely good, and I'm really, really hungry for a good MMO. Jump Ship, I think, is going to be a ton of fun. That was a game that we covered on a This Week in Gaming. And then there's some like South of Midnight and Mixtape, these kind of story-based games that look really, really good. I mean, just top-notch production quality.
Dude, Outer Worlds 2? We're throwing
I
some
didn't play the
shade by not
first.
bringing
I
it
know.
up. That deserves
And then-
mention.
And then there is the unknown list where we have games like Light No Fire, which I am crazy about. Silk Song is on there. Is it going to release in 2025? I don't know.
No.
Nobody knows.
Probably not.
Nobody knows, but I could take a huge gamble with my last pick and then say, man, there's also one other game that if it releases in 2025, I think is phenomenal, dude. And I'm really torn between it and Silk Song. I just don't know if I want to take the gamble on Silk Song. But I don't want to name the game because I don't want Ryan taking it either.
You're kind of pot committed on Silk Song from last year. Double down, dude. Go for it.
I'm gonna get burned 2 years in a row
Do
on
it.
Silk Song, and then everybody's gonna be like, "You fool! Oh, you don't give me Silk Song!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang it! I didn't want that one, but how can I resist?
That's at least 2 more years till
Are
release.
you telling me
after
they
that.
need another year on that game, man?
One day.
So you just want to bid your 10?
2025's our year, boys.
All right, you got
All
it for
right.
10, Josh. You got $1 left over since Ryan couldn't
That's
outbid
right.
you. And then Ryan, you get your
right.
pick of the
So-
litter, bud.
There's definitely a few that I look and man, it's hard because you got Skate, Outer Worlds, like you mentioned, Mafia, Old Country, that's a good one. Part of me though really just wants the nonsensical chaos of Kingsmakers. And I think I'm gonna
We know it's coming out.
yeah,
so
we
that's
know
at
it's
least
coming out. It's
guaranteed.
gonna be a good one. I'm gonna go with Kingsmakers for my last pick.
Sure.
That game is going to take the streaming world by storm.
I think so. When I had a friend, my good buddy Shane, that doesn't really ever game. He likes to listen to the podcast, just kind of support us and stuff. But he's like, "Have you heard of this game? There was like a truck driving through like medieval soldiers and stuff." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally." And I knew exactly what he was talking about. I was like,
Paul drafted it last year.
yeah, I was like, yeah, it's been gonna come out for a while, but I'm excited for it, and like these types of people are excited that don't really game. So yeah, I think that's one that should be good if it,
it'll
hits.
release.
Yeah,
it's just
it'll
whether
release, and
it's
it just-
gonna hit.
if it's
which
gonna
I-
hit, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, that wraps up the draft. I'll go over everybody's list here. So, Ryan, you ended up with Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater. Boy, the one that it's all going to come down to. Grand Theft Auto 6, Civilization 7, Death Stranding 2, Doom, The Dark Ages, which you stole from me. I really wanted that one on my list. Super Mario Odyssey 2.
Which you stole
Hyper
from
Light-
me.
Yeah, which you stole from Paul.
All part of the
Hyper Light
plan.
Breaker, which was mine, even though I didn't want to buy it. And then Kingmakers with your last pick. I have The Altars, Claire Obscura Expedition 33, Borderlands 4, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Avowed, Monster Hunter Wilds, Slay the Spire 2, and Hollow Knight Silk Song. I feel like I have the name recognition. The games are we'll see if they release and when and how good they are and all that, but at least the names are there. And then Paul, you have Assassin's Creed Shadows, The Ghost of Yote, Midnight Murder Club, Subnautica 2, my beloved, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Gears of War E-Day, Elden Ring Night Rain, and Splitgate 2.
Those are some good games all around.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year.
The thing, it's crazy to me because your list, I think, has some of the most potential, with but we don't know what to expect from Gears of War E-Day. Like Elden Ring Night Rain looks really good, but we don't really know what to expect. It's like designed to be multiplayer and simpler and all that. And this is crazy. Whew. What do you guys think we'll look back on and say was the worst value? I'm going to say GTA 6 because I think it's going to get delayed.
No.
I think it's going to get delayed too.
No, it's coming out.
So that one, but if it's not caused by a delay, Borderlands 4, even though I got it for $18, I don't know that I have a lot of confidence in.
It is a little bit of an overpay, maybe.
Yeah, and then
I don't think anyone really overpaid for much. I think people might say the altars, but we wouldn't say that.
No.
I think $50 for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 might seem like a lot, especially since I got Avowed for the exact same price, but I have pretty high confidence that both those games are going to be pretty darn impressive games, man.
And they'll come out this year.
Oh, they're coming out. Yeah, for sure. So, oh man, I can't wait to come back to this episode at the end of the year and then just go like, man, we seemed like we knew everything. I think you guys did, but I went back and listened to our 2024 episode of this all over again. And we were just talking about these games that were coming up, and like future Josh is like, no,
stop talking about Sandland. Don't stop saying how good Sandland is going to be.
So good.
I know. And then I was just like, why was I excited about that game? Or, oh man, it was funny. So Paul, thank you so much for joining us once again, buddy. It is awesome to have you back with us, man. So thank you from not only myself and Ryan, but all the listeners as well for jumping in on this with us and just making it a great time and putting a pretty darn good list together, man.
Yeah, right?
Yes, as always, thanks for having me on. It's always a blast. I'm always excited when I get to join you guys, and I'm really looking forward to this year in gaming. It's going to be pretty great. Oh, where wins meet? No one drafted it.
We didn't. I just don't know what I think about it. I still think it looks great, but it just kind of disappeared, and then
it kind of did.
Yeah, so that worries me a little bit.
You gotta go fly to China. You can play it there.
Oh, I have to. The game I was talking about was Judas.
Oh yeah,
Judas is supposed to come out in March of 2025. Now, they've been real radio silent on it, with the exception of the gameplay that they gave us not too long ago, but if everything points to it's supposed to come out in 2025. Will it be March? I don't know about that, but I still think that that's what they're shooting for on that one. And I mean, that game looks incredible, dude. That was one I didn't want to tell Ryan about because I didn't want you putting it on your list because it's a huge name game if it does release this year.
For sure.
So, yeah. All right. Well, that does it for us, everybody. Thank you for listening. It is so good to be back. 2025 is going to be incredible. I can't wait. I know Ryan's excited. Paul, we know you'll be back with us at some point as well. If nothing else, just for the end of year episode to talk about this one, man.
Yeah.
So that is it. Hey, remember, if you haven't already done it, follow us in your podcast app. Open it up, click follow, click the plus button. That way you get all our episodes the day they release. Follow us on socials at Video Gamers Pod. And if you enjoyed this episode and you want to just support this content, if you're gamers like us, think about supporting the show. Head over to multiplayersquad.com and you can sign up there for as little as $5 a month. That's it for this one. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Goodbye, everyone.